Viewers, good morning and welcome to Sunrise here on Tobago Updates Television. It is 6:17 a.m. Thank you so much for choosing us. I am your host, Lavion Cupid, and we are coming to you live from downtown Scarborough, Tobago, the Port Mall to be exact. Today is Friday, the 19th of December, 2025. Today is a nomination day. It is a wet, misty, cold morning, but you know what? We are here, still bright as ever on Sunrise, here to bring you updated with all things current affairs within Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago is a wider entity regionally and internationally. A lot happening on island today as political parties take their prospective candidates to the EBC, where they would be confirmed now as candidates. So a lot happening today. Stay viewing Tobago Updates Television, where we will be bringing you live coverage. But in the meantime, let me bring you updated with the current affairs with our morning brief here on Sunrise. Starting off the morning, today, political parties fielding candidates in the upcoming January 12th, 2026 Tobago House of Assembly election officially nominate the prospective candidates with the Elections and Boundaries Commission. The process, which starts from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then again at 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., will cover all 15 electoral districts across the island at 4 community multipurpose centers, namely Lambo, Collar Hall, Buku, and Glamorgan. Earlier this week, Chief Elections Officer Fern Nancis said the EBC was prepared and ready for a smooth process. Staying on some news of politics. Last night at the Tobago People's Party political meeting held in the Buku Mount Pleasant electoral district, prospective candidate Keegan Denoon made a public apology to those he may have offended by the manner in which he departed the People's National Movement. However, Denoon said he will not apologize for leaving to represent the people. Denoon, who delivered his featured speech for the first time within his constituency, also listed plans he said would be priority once elected into office to serve the people. A lot happening there and a lot to look forward to. In news of crime on the island, 30-year-old mechanic Shaquille White of Mary's Hill was reportedly ambushed and shot multiple times about his body yesterday, while seated in his vehicle near his home. Reports indicate that the victim sustained injuries to his right leg, left forearm, left palm, and right jaw. He was taken to the Scarborough General Hospital, where he received treatment. Officers of the Scarborough CID are continuing with investigations. The Trinidad and Tobago Inter-Island Transportation Company Limited has announced significant changes to its sailing schedule for the upcoming Christmas season due to an extension of the dry docking period for the APT James. During the period, the Buku Reef will operate in its place, while the TNT Spirit will cover the Buku Reef's usual routes. The dates for the key changes are today, Friday, December 19th, Tuesday, December 23rd, and Wednesday, December 24th, 2025. Passengers are reminded that a premium class is currently unavailable on the TNT Spirit. Those holding tickets for such can request a refund for the price difference. Passengers are urged to contact the Port of Spain office at 467-5072 or Scarborough at 467-5330, both via WhatsApp. Alright, so if you are traveling, be sure to contact the Port Authority for any such verification. Moving over regionally, touching base in the Bahamas. A 35-year-old burglary suspect died while in police custody on Tuesday morning following a struggle with officers at the Fox Hill Police Station. Assistant Commissioner Anton Ramin said officers were attempting to remove the suspect from his cell to transport him to court when he resisted, stating he did not want to attend court. As officers attempted to handcuff him, the suspect reportedly grabbed one officer, prompting others to intervene to subdue him. After being restrained, officers noticed the suspect had become unresponsive. Emergency medical services were called and pronounced him dead at the scene. Commissioner Ramin said the officers used only the level of force necessary to subdue the suspect. He added that the man had been in police custody for 2 days. An autopsy is expected to be conducted to determine the cause of death. You know, news like this is always so unfortunate, but it also sheds light that within the Caribbean region, I mean worldwide, these are issues that various countries deal with. You would want to believe that the police service did use the correct amount of force. And I mean, sometimes persons are unwell and you're not certain, you're not sure, you're not aware. So we will be following that story and to keep you updated on the developments. And finally, internationally, violence erupted in Bangladesh yesterday following the death of a prominent leader of the youth movement that ousted former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Sharif Osman Hadi was shot by masked attackers while leaving a mosque in Dhaka last week and subsequently died of his injuries on Thursday. The shooting came a day after Bangladeshi authorities announced a date for the first elections since the uprising in 2024, which Hadi had been planning to contest as an independent candidate. As news of his death emerged on Thursday, hundreds of his supporters gathered in a square in the capital city to protest. Demonstrators vandalized the offices of prominent Bangladeshi newspaper, with one building being set ablaze. Troops were deployed to the scene while firefighters rescued journalists trapped inside the building. I think for 2025, we saw approximately 3 or 4 Gen Z, that's how they quoted them, Gen Z uprising, where young persons, youths, would have staged some sort of protest or uprising within their country to have certain governments removed for lack of development, lack of diversity, job creation. And so this young man, he would have been the leader of that movement in Bangladesh, removing the sitting prime minister and then hoping to run as a candidate. And now he was ambushed and killed. A lot happening internationally. You know, I always say that we must stay abreast internationally. Sometimes we think what is happening in countries far off from us, North America, the Middle East. We think, oh, it's happening that far away. I never forgot when I first heard of COVID-19, I said to my aunt, oh, those things never reach here. And here we are today. So that was your morning brief here on a Sunrise. Thank you for choosing Tobago Updates Television. As per usual, we have a packed show for you this morning with recent news that the Cabostar, MV Cabostar, that cargo ship that brings over essential supplies here over in Tobago for us. We're talking about grocery items, building supplies, possibly even medical supplies, but all other items for retail is going to be out of commission come January 12, coincidentally the same day as the Tobago House of Assembly election. Now, Chief Secretary Fali Augustine on Tuesday night said this isn't a secret. It was made in a high-level meeting between himself and Minister Jolene John and other stakeholders are here on the island. They were made aware since June 11, but the public wasn't made aware. And there hasn't been any word that there's going to be an immediate replacement. So it begs the question, where does that leave supply chain here on the island? Of course, citizens are hoping that there's no disruption, there are no shortages on our supermarket shelves and so on. Well, we took to the streets of Scarborough in our Man on the Ground segment, Man on the Street segment, that is to hear what you had to say. But speaking with us this morning, we will have the chairman of the Tobago Division of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Sir Curtis Williams, as he speaks on the possible fallout and where businesses on the island stand and even the fallouts as we head to the polls come January 12th. So I want you to stay tuned to Sunrise. And thank you so much for choosing Sunrise. Thank you so much for waking up early at 6:15 a.m. and joining us here. Whether you're viewing us via either of our social media handles, thank you so much, AMPLIA, Flow, or Digicel. You are greatly appreciated. Thank you for making Tobago Updates Television your #1 choice. And remember, today's nomination day. We will be bringing you live coverage, so you have no need to change that dial all the way down to January 12th, Monday, January 12th, 2026, as we take you through the Tobago House of Assembly election. So we're going to go for a quick break and we're going to be right back with a lot more right here on Sunrise. So in the meantime, do me a favor and share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be back.
The Elections and Boundaries Commission wishes to inform all qualified persons who are not registered or are in doubt about their registration status that the electoral registration for the upcoming Tobago House of Assembly elections has begun. There are 5 days left to get your name on the revised list of electors. The final day for electoral registration is Tuesday, 23rd of December 2025. Check your registration status on the EBC's website at www.ebctt.com or visit your registration area office to ensure your correct name and address are on the preliminary list of electors. To vote is your right, but you must be registered. For further information, please call the EBC hotline at 785-8206 or 785-8211. A message from the Elections and Boundaries Commission, your partners in democracy.
Tobago Christmas vibes calling on Friday the 19th of December from 10 a.m. till it's Nijon's Big Parang Fiesta. Happening live at Nijon's Bar on Scarborough Esplanade. And guess what? Admission is absolutely free. Come and enjoy live Parang entertainment from 6 p.m. featuring Eddie Charles.
Oh, you want your live pop this Christmas? Give me the animal, my girl. You know I like my animal for Christmas.
Pebbles Parang Band. Prince Unique.
Where you bite, make for Sunday.
And the legendary Poser. Bringing that real Trini Christmas spirit. And the vibes can't done. We have the all-star DJ cast, including yours truly, MC Active Hype, DJ Wizard, DJ Mixmaster, DJ Longboy, keeping the fet pumping from morning straight to night. Friday, December 19th. Mark the date. Don't be late.
Viewers, welcome back to Sunrise here on Tobago Updates Television. Thank you again so much for choosing us. This morning we want to dive right into the Man in the Street segment right before we go into conversations with the chairman of the Tobago division of the Trinidad and Tobago Industry and Commerce, Curtis Williams. As we speak on the cargo, the MV Cabo Star, or that cargo ship that bringing essential items to the island, being pulled from the service. Here's what a few persons within the Scarborough district had to say about the issue.
On Tuesday, news broke publicly that the MV Cabo Star, the cargo ship used to replenish supermarket shelves, hardware inventory, and other essential supplies here on the island, will soon be permanently pulled from service. However, in the midst of the startling development, no indication of an immediate replacement was given for the asset. On Tuesday night, during a political meeting held by the Tobago People's Party, Chief Secretary Fali Augustine said he was informed since June 11th during a high-level meeting with Minister of Works and Infrastructure Julian John and other stakeholders. He said the vessel's lease was due and the tender process had begun. But do you think this information should have been made public since June? Are you concerned of the possible supply chain disruption? Sunrise took to the streets of Scarborough to hear what the man on the street had to say.
We'll start from the beginning. The Cabo Star did a lot for us, a very, very, very good boat. It did justice for us. It made food available and it took us from Trinidad to Tobago. Very big boat, very good boat. But they should have known this contract was up in, because to look for a boat now at such a short space of time will give us problems. If we don't have a Cabo Star, as a matter of fact, we're supposed to have 2 big boats, not 1, 2 cargo boats, and 3 or 4 fast boats in case they go to docks. You know, but what happened there, it's sad. And look at the time of the year. Christmas time, carnival time, and most important, election time. So I think it's a big injustice to the people of Tobago and Trinidad, because Trinidad and Tobago does business. So we're gonna miss that boat real bad, and they should have done this long time ago. And
Why not tell the truth? Tell the person truth, man. I also have to be going. I don't want no lie. You hear me tell you? I mean, no want no edit. Me want him for hear I'm the same way me say I'm. Tell the blast the truth.
That's the people business, and I don't say business people. That come like part of my life, you know. So all I'm gonna do is just rectify the problem.
Yeah, but you think that something should have been said before to the people, and also we should have also had a vessel in place already to replace?
Well, if them know they should have tell the people something, why they didn't tell the people? I mean, owe the people apologize to the people and step up, rectify the problem. Rectify the problem.
You must concern about that, because at the end of the day, look, last time it working, and Tobago didn't get bread for a while. So when that ain't coming, how we gonna eat? How we gonna survive? So we must worry about that at the end of the day. We must. Yeah.
Well, they're bringing all these supplies from Trinidad. And if that stops, we're going to catch our tail out here to get medication and these simple stuff.
Yeah, if they're not going to use it anymore, then you're inconvenience a lot of people who not planting garden, because people go down on the boat to buy vegetables to come to the market to sell. And that's a form of work and a means of income. I'm concerned about human rights and justice for the future. Also concerned about if the world and the population concerned that we're going to be in this country, because we're supposed to have our own thing. Trinidad doesn't have what you call a badge to serve the country. One badge to serve the nation, right, and the prison. What I'm saying to you is that we have to be real and we have to think what's going on. The politician belongs to you as a youth, and you all know what to do. On the medication and health, you're not actually a problem too, because our government doesn't really care. You understand? They come not really care for us. When we win, everybody win. On the medication, quite win. It's very hard for all of us. But we are the world. What we going to do? We join hands with our next president, next prime minister. We're supposed to not supposed to ask you for that privilege of in need. But the president request the opportunity, I don't know. So far, for giving us program motivation.
In the end, the consensus revealed that most Tobagonians had some level of concern over the development. Yesterday, Minister Jerlene John sought to assure the public that a solution in the form of a replacement vessel was underway.
And viewers, that was our Man on the Street segment concerning the Cabo Star being pulled from service come January 12, 2026. Online with me this morning is the chairman of the Tobago Division of the Trinidad and Tobago Industry and Commerce. Good morning, Mr. Williams. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you, and good morning to your viewers and listeners.
Thank you so much. Diving right into the conversation, so we would have gotten a consensus of what the man on the street is saying. My question to you this morning, what is the view of the chamber at this time, seeing as the Cabo Star is going to be pulled from service come January 12th?
And I must say that the fast ferry and the cargo vessel that operates between Trinidad and Tobago is a critical item for the business, the Tobago public, and even Trinidad, because Trinidad depends on this vessel to bring their goods to Tobago as well, to send their goods to Tobago as well. So I think it is important that we understand what's happening in this space. Now, the business community, the chamber, we knew about the vessel being the contract being ended sometime in early January. The question is, and when asked to me, was the Cabo Star being sold? That triggers something in our minds that we might not have this vessel contract being extended, because we thought the process of getting a replacement vessel or a new vessel is a tedious process. and it takes months. And even identifying that vessel, because the Honorable Minister, Jolin John, did indicated that they have sent a team out and they have identified a vessel and so forth. But to get that vessel to this space may take some time. And in doing so, come January 12th, and I'm not too sure, unless things are on its way and we're not sure about it, for that vessel to reach here by that time, it will be indefinite. It will take 2 to 3 weeks. And again, I'm not too sure what the minister have in her portfolio or what have been done, but I would like the minister to come to the public and explain to us, what she and her ministry have done, and for the situation, and so that the business people on the island and even the public on the whole, they don't get this bit of anxiety trying to understand what happens on the 12th of January when the Cabo Star do depart our waters.
And that meeting on June 11th, was it made clear that the ship was being sold?
It was made clear that the vessel, the present contract, we all knew from the information received that the present contract will come to an end in January, early January.
Right.
From that meeting, it was also indicated that the government will engage the owners of the vessel, and also they will be seeking to again get a replacement vessel or a new vessel. So it was as all these conversations would have been happening at the same time, and that's exactly what will be transpired.
But Mr. Williams, that was 6 months ago, almost 7 months ago. Is it that the procurement process doesn't make room for duplication? And when I say duplication, that we could have had a vessel here by November, late November, December, as we usher into that era where we know the ship is no longer going to be here. Could there have been a contingency plan in place that we don't have to have a lull that we miss the vessel, but one is quickly there to replace and probably even work alongside it? Staff should be able to get used to, accustomed to the vessel. But now we're going to have this space, we don't know how long, without the vessel. So is it that the procurement process doesn't make room for that?
Well, all of us expected the minister, the ministry, the Port Authority, and all the relevant authorities to work haste in getting a replacement vessel or a new vessel, as the case may be, or even extending the contract of the Cabo Star to facilitate the process. Because if you identify that the process will take that long, maybe you engage the Cabo Star to give us an extension of probably another 6 months, so that you will get your opportunity to get your replacement, as the case may be. But we didn't hear that forthcoming, and then the media did ask us what our thoughts on it, and hence the reason why we mentioned that it's 12th of January coming, and we don't know what would be happening in this space. So I think it is the obligation is here now on the minister, the ministry, and the Port Authority, all the relevant authorities, to come and let the Tobago public knows what's happening, and the timeline. The timeline is critical. Let us know the timeline of this new vessel. And again, when this vessel come, you have to do your inspection, and you have to make sure you're seaworthy and your safety and all the insurance, etc. So and when we look at it again, I tell you, it's only have about a 4 weeks window. So it is something critical for us, and I think the minister and her ministry have an obligation to the Tobago people to let them know what's going on.
What could you tell viewers to me this morning, sir? What are some of the possible fallouts we are looking at? Because I know right now we have the APT, James, going on an extension of dry dock, right? And so we have the Spirit and the Buku filling in. So tell me, from the capacity that the MV Cabo Star would carry, the load that it would carry, the help that it would add to the bridge, with the removal of that, no replacement, just these other vessels here, the passenger ferries being able to fill the void, I guess. What are the possible fallouts that Tobagonians are looking at?
Well, we're looking at. I mean, the Cabastar brings everything to Tobago, so both food and beverage and other products, hardware products, and almost everything comes through the Cabastar. So with the disappearance of the Cabastar or the Cabastar going, the Port Authority or the ministry may put something in place like what they did last time when the vessel went on dry dock. And that would be an interim measure. That cannot be something that's sustained. That can be sustainable because they were scrambling on the port for space for food and beverage. They were limited. I mean, they gave food and beverage priority and drugs. So the other players who normally uses the boat, the scrap iron, they had all these other people. They will have some challenges. I know it's a concern for all of us. All of us is asking the questions. The entire business community is asking the questions. The entire Tobago is asking the questions. Our suppliers in Trinidad is asking the questions, and hence the reason why I'm just advocating on behalf of my association, and we are asking the questions to the ministry. Put something appropriate in place, but at least let us know what's going on so that we can plan as a team, as a business person, we can plan accordingly. So whether we're going to stock up for a couple of weeks until the vessel is procured, or as the case may be. But the important thing here is information. If the public knows, then we can plan accordingly. And not knowing, especially around this time, is a very, very difficult thing for us.
Do you think there was a specific reason, seeing that the stakeholders were informed since June 11, but the public wasn't made aware? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, yeah, I mean, we were in a meeting. It's not my responsibility to come on television or go in the public and say these things. I'm in a meeting and information has been passed, so our members will have an idea what's going on. But I think it is the responsibility of the ministry and the minister to alert the Tobago public and address them, giving them all the timelines and when you will get a replacement vessels and all that good stuff that treated with it. It's not my responsibility. The government have a responsibility, and I think, and the Port Authority, and I think that's their job.
Yeah, I want to broaden the scope a bit and speak to Tobago's economy as a wider entity. I know that businesswoman Diane Haddad, she had some scathing remarks, and even economist Dr. Vanos James, he said that Tobago's economy is totally gone. Dan Haddad would have said we moved from 0 to -0. From the Chamber's perspective, so over the past 4 years, or even right now, what are your views on the island's economy?
But what we have seen in the space, and it calls for a bit of concern because right now the trade and commerce is a bit sluggish on the island. We're not seeing I thought things would have picked up already for the Christmas season, but it's not. Again, last night, I was chatting with some business folks, and they said the numbers, is a bit down, and they're hoping that, the rush to the Christmas, that the numbers could come up. But that's not business. That's just for three days of business. And that really can do the trick for your bills and for your loans and all the investment you made. So what we're looking forward to is a comprehensive plan for Tobago, and that's the reason why we engage with THA in these quarterly meetings. We, the Tobago division of the Chamber, we engage with THA in quarterly meetings so that we can get an insight on what's happening in the space, and business can pose themselves to take advantage of the opportunities that is put forward. And the last conversation we had is that there's going to be a master plan drawn out to us in early January, coming out of the new budget. And so we're looking forward to that master plan that will probably give us an insight of what's happening in the space. And we, the Tobago business community, can take full advantage of what's happening in the space. Also, we hope that that the opportunity is given to us. So then we need to have continued dialogue with the THA and not just a one-off. It must be continuous so that, again, we will be part of this development for Tobago. And if we can look at the last couple of years, things have not been well for us. Things have been really down for us. It was indicated from the THA that there were some projects identified to launch in 2025. Some of these projects will launch, some didn't launch, and some is on the way. And the challenge the THA faced then was they had cash flow issues. They didn't have the funding that they expected. Now, as we have this increase in funding, and there's a plan in place, I think that we, the Tobago division, we're looking forward to this plan. And again, we are going to hold people accountable. And we're not just going to talk. I mean, in Tobago, we already talk enough. I think it's time we now start to hold people accountable. We look for transparency, we look for value for money, and those kind of things. So we're going to be very, very vigilant on the THA in their deliverance of service to Tobago.
With regards to the growing geopolitical tensions next door, sir, is the Chamber concerned about possible impacts? Is the Chamber seeing any impacts right now? I know that the Tourism Association would have had their say on that, but from the Chamber's perspective, any concerns with the growing geopolitical tensions?
Of course, that tension between Venezuela and the U.S. Definitely have put some damper on future business investment. So I have some investors who are looking at Tobago, and they all put their investment on pause and looking at the situation, because every day it's a new thing popping up, and it's a bit of tension. There's a bit of tension in the Tobago space right now. Our last meeting, I spoke to a couple of the hotelers at their dinner, and they had their dinner, and I went around from table to tables, speaking to these hotelers and other folks who was in that room. And they indicated to me that the numbers, they had bookings for the season, international bookings, and some of those international bookings went down. And it was, and all of them mentioned it. And some of them said, they were hoping that peace prevail and things get back to some sort of normalcy, because we can't continue like that, especially with our international guests. So we were looking at numbers, and it's important that the numbers and the confidence is placed within the region, so that we could get the international airlifts or the numbers, the people during the vacation. Again, it will be the next season, because we already lost winter. So it meant that we had to look at the domestic tourism, and we had to push the domestic tourism for the season, because that's the only thing that will save us, the domestic tourism. Right now, the international tourism is a bit down, so we had to look forward to the domestic tourism to really push us prior to this event that's happening here now.
Mr. Williams, I want to thank you so much for speaking with us here on Sunrise this morning. Viewers, that was Mr. Curtis Williams, the chairman of the Tobago Division of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce, speaking on the recent information dispersed in the public domain that the MV Cabo Star will be pulled from service come Monday, January 12, 2026. Nothing in the interim yet from the Ministry of Works, except for Chief Secretary Fali Augustine letting us know on last Tuesday, that the Minister of Works said that a team from Greece and Spain had just returned with some news that she would have taken to Parliament yesterday. So we will be following up on that for you right here on Sunrise. Again, thank you so much for waking up early and joining me. But the programming here on Tobago Updates Television is never done, and it is Fantastic Friday. We head on over to the morning show with Akinlabi and Vanessa.
Good morning, Lavian. You're eager for Carnival.
No, today's nomination day. It have to be Fantastic Friday.
Yes. Well, the excitement is definitely going to be in the air later today. We started off with some rains this morning, but rain does only stop cricket. Those supporters, they're going to come out with their flags and the rags and the bullhorns and whatever else have you. Nomination day today.
And I'm here for everything. Renessa, are you going to be out there in the field?
I do not think I will be out in the field today, but I would be definitely looking on via the live and all the other social medias that would be covering some of these events.
All right, indeed. Well, nomination day, guys. I see we're matching this morning, so I want to wish you a beautiful day. See all of us matching, looking gorgeous this morning. Have a lovely day. I'll see you next week, Monday. Viewers, so that's it for Sunrise here on Tobago Updates Television. We head on over to the morning show and then to Good Morning Tobago GMT with Chanel Felix. I want to wish you you a lovely, lovely weekend and a fantastic Friday here for Nomination Day. Remember, be viewing Tobago Updates Television as we bring you live coverage. Again, enjoy your day and see you next Monday.
Welcome to Tobago's Funeral Home, where we celebrate life's precious moments. From the moment you enter our doors, you're met with kindness and care. Our reception area is designed to be more than just a waiting room. It is a place of calm, thoughtfully created to ease the weight of grief. In our private conference room, conversations are guided by empathy. Here, our client experience coordinators sit beside you, not just across the table to help plan a service that truly reflects your loved one's story. Whether it's a traditional farewell or a personalized celebration of life, we take time to understand your wishes and offer thoughtful guidance. At the heart of our organization is a dedicated manager who ensures that everything runs smoothly, from the smallest detail to the final farewell. We understand that choosing a casket or a coffin is a deeply personal decision. In our selection room, we provide a calm, respectful environment where families can take their time and explore options that reflect their loved one's life, beliefs, and preference. Our spacious chapel is where memories are honored and lives are celebrated, designed with serenity and warmth. It provides a welcoming space for families and friends to come together in reflection and remembrance. For families choosing cremation, we offer on-site professional cremation services in a setting that upholds dignity, peace, and confidentiality. Our crematorium offers a seamless and respectful alternative to traditional burial, giving families flexibility while maintaining the highest standard of care.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Good morning and welcome to the Tobago Updates Morning Show. Today is Friday, the 19th of December, 2025. Yes, today is Nomination Day. Yes, excitement will be in the air soon enough in the next upcoming hours. Tobago, Scarborough and the environs is going to be alive with energy as these political parties, they take that final step, they pass the gauntlet, the point of no return as they march towards January 12th next year. I'm joined in studio by the lovely Vanessa Ortiz this morning.
Good morning, Akinlabi. Good morning to Tobago. Good morning to Trinidad. Good morning to all our viewers regionally and internationally. Thank you for joining us in yet another morning of Tobago Updates Morning Show.
And we have so many, on Fridays we like to keep it light. We don't really like to get into the politics. We're doing some things related to Christmas this morning. We're going to keep it, Christmas centric this morning. And then we're going to go into our usual sports segment. But before we do any of that, we want to head over to our news in 90 seconds.
And here's what's making news in 90 seconds for Friday, December 19th, 2025. Today, political parties fielding candidates in the upcoming January 12th, 2026 Tobago House of Assembly election officially nominate the prospective candidates with the Elections and Boundaries Commission. The process, which starts from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then again at 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., will cover all 15 electoral districts across the island at 4 multipurpose community centers, namely Lambo, Calder Hall, Buku, and Glamorgan. Earlier this week, Chief Elections Officer Phil Nancy said the EBC was prepared and ready for a smooth process. In news of crime on the island, 30-year-old mechanic Shaquille White of Mary's Hill was reportedly ambushed and shot multiple times about his body yesterday while seated in his vehicle near his home. Reports indicate that White sustained injuries to his right leg, left forearm, left palm, and right jaw. He was taken to the Scarborough General Hospital where he received treatment. Officers of the Scarborough CID are continuing with investigations. And finally, the Trinidad and Tobago Inter-Island Transportation Company Limited has announced significant changes to its sailing schedule for the upcoming Christmas season, due to an extension of the dry docking period for the APT James. During the period, the Buku Reef will operate in place of the APT James, while the TNT Spirit will cover the Buku Reef's usual routes. The dates for the key changes are today, Friday, December 19th, Tuesday, December 23rd, and Wednesday, December 24th, 2025. Passengers are reminded that the premium class is currently unavailable on the TNT Spirit. Those holding tickets for such can request a refund for the price difference. Passengers are urged to contact the Port of Spain office at 467-5072 or 467-5330, both via WhatsApp. These and other stories in our major newscast at 6:30 p.m. Be viewing Tobago Updates Television. And that was your news in 90 seconds.
Thank you very much, Vanessa, for that news in 90 seconds. Once again, we want to urge persons to be as careful as possible as we go through this festive season. We've seen there a bit of crime happening on the island again. Do as much as you possibly can to stay safe, Vanessa.
Yeah, indeed. And usually Christmas time brings up all of these tragedies. Unfortunately, you have persons who are looking forward to spending Christmas with their loved ones and some tragedy befalls them. So again, we urge you to be careful during this season.
All right. Making that shift, it's time to celebrate with those who are celebrating with us. It's time for our birthday shout-outs. Yes, and here at Tobago Updates, we like to celebrate with those. Whatever you're celebrating, we want to celebrate with you, so send us your information. And we start off our celebrations by saying happy birthday to Miss Cassie St. Hilaire Swanston. Happy birthday to you, Mrs. St. Hilaire Swanston. God's richest blessings on your special day. It's wet outside. We want you to be safe today. We want you to celebrate safely with family and friends. We hope that they will shower you with blessings. You take this time off to reflect on the goodness of God in your life over the past couple of years. And we pray that in the coming year, everything that you put your heart to, put God first, and we get all the successes possible.
Up next, we have Naisha Wilson Gift. Happy birthday to you from the Tobago Updates family. We hope that today is filled with joy and that this new year brings you prosperity, brings you all your dreams, and that you're 1 year closer to all that you would like to achieve.
And that was it for birthday shout-outs. Very short birthday shout-outs this morning. But whoever and whatever you're celebrating, we want to celebrate with you, whether it's your birthday, anniversary, you're celebrating a graduation, you're celebrating, you've started a new job, you have a new apartment, you bought a house, you sold a house, you closed a business day, whatever you're celebrating, we want to celebrate with you here at Tobago Updates. So send us your information, and the Tobago, Trinidad, the region, and the world will celebrate with you. So, Vanessa, tell us, what do we have in the lineup for today's show?
As you rightfully said, it's the season of Christmas. So this morning we have El Corazon de Parang, a Parang band.
Yes.
who would also be accompanied by Dominique Simon, who's a mixologist, and we're talking about simple sprucing for your Christmas event. I know a lot of us will be hosting a lot of Christmas events at home, whether it's for the workplace as well. You're probably keeping a little potluck as well. She will be here to give us some tips for sprucing your Christmas event. Right after that, we're going into a sports segment with Marcus Daniel. And that's it for this morning. The rundown is pretty straightforward, pretty simple. It's just about us enjoying that festive season with a little bit of sport, but very light morning, as Akinlabi mentioned earlier.
All right, so thank you very much, Vanessa, for that. We want to thank you for viewing with us. You've been with us since this morning, 6:15 this morning. So we want to thank you for being up and ready with us since 6:15 this morning, whether it's on our Facebook Live or YouTube channel. 102 on AMPLIA, 121 and 130 on Flow, or 33 on Digital. Whether you're in Tobago, you're in Trinidad, the Caribbean, or the wider world, we want to thank you for viewing Tobago's #1 television station. And we ask you to do us a favor. Share the live, share the live, share the live. When we come back, we get into some parang.
With Flow Business's new smart solutions powered by super fast, reliable broadband, you'll feel like there are more versions of you working for you. From website design, development, and digital marketing to promote your business, 24/7 business class support to cloud solutions, security, and more. Multiply your growth today.
The Elections and Boundaries Commission wishes to inform all qualified persons who are not registered or are in doubt about their registration status that the electoral registration for the upcoming Tobago House of Assembly elections has begun. There are 5 days left to get your name on the revised list of electors. The final day for electoral registration is Tuesday, 23rd of December, 2025. Check your registration status on the EBC's website at www.ebctt.com or visit your registration area office to ensure your correct name and address are on the preliminary list of electors. To vote is your right, but you must be registered. For further information, please call the EBC hotline at 785-8206 or 785-8211. A message from the Elections and Boundaries Commission, your partners in democracy.
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas!
What's on your Christmas wish list? And can you do it with $75,000 at 0.75%? Bethel Credit Union is making your Christmas wishes come true with our 75 in 25 Christmas loan sale. Get up to $75,000 in loans at a special 0.75% interest rate as we celebrate 75 years of service, strength, and community. So, whether it's home upgrades, holiday travel, or treating the ones you love, we've got you covered. Bethel Credit Union, we see you and we're here for you.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
It's Christmas time again, and if you're looking for somewhere to get all your Christmas decorations, you'll find the right place. Christmas trees, jingle bells, pine cones, gift boxes, ornaments, flowers, and so much more. And 'tis the season to give. Get a wide variety of toys, from dolls, bicycles, racing cars, toy trucks, board and card games, and everything in between. Get your gift wrapping paper and gift bags too. Whatever decorations you need this Christmas, we have it at Terrific Ideas.
Tobago, the sun is rising, and so are the conversations that matter, from the economy to education, from healthcare to community voices. No spin, no fluff, just facts, truth, and clarity. Join me, Lavian, as we cover the issues that shape our lives, the stories we can't ignore. We bring them to the table and ask the questions you want answered.
Tobago! Christmas vibes calling! On Friday the 19th of December from 10 a.m. till it's Nijon's Big Parang Fiesta. Happening live at Nijon's Bar on Scarborough Esplanade. And guess what? Admission is absolutely free. Come and enjoy live Parang entertainment from 6 p.m. featuring Eddie Charles.
You want your life up this Christmas? Sing give me the animal now, girl. You know I like my animal for Christmas.
Pebbles Parang Band. Prince Unique.
Where you bite, make for Sunday.
And the legendary Poser, bringing that real Trini Christmas spirit. And the vibes can't done. We have the all-star DJ cast, including yours truly, MC Active High, DJ Wizard, DJ Mixmaster, DJ Longboy, keeping the fed pumping from morning straight to night. Friday, December 19th. Mark the date. Don't be late.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Una historia grande se apareció, una historia grande se apareció en el oriente donde Cristo nació, en el oriente donde Cristo nació. Una historia grande se apareció, una historia grande se apareció. Se van a desablo, Melchor y las paz, se van a desablo, Melchor y las paz. Al bendito niño se van a adorar, al bendito niño se van a adorar. Se van a desablo, Melchor y las paz, se van a desablo, Melchor y las paz. Al bendito niño se van a adorar, al bendito niño se van a adorar. Y a los reyes del camino nuestro, y a los reyes del camino nuestro, donde con los reyes nosotros venimos, donde con los reyes nosotros venimos. Y a los reyes del camino nuestro, y a los reyes del camino nuestro, donde con los reyes nosotros venimos, donde con los reyes nosotros venimos. Se van a desablo, Melchor y las paz, se van a desablo, Melchor y las paz. Al bendito niño se van a adorar, al bendito niño se van a adorar. Se van a desablo, Melchor y las paz, se van a desablo, Melchor y las paz. Al bendito niño se van a adorar, al bendito niño se van a adorar. Para la barraca y la guitarrilla, para la barraca y la Reprendemos todos el parte arriba. Reprendemos todos el parte arriba. Para la barraca y la guitarrilla. Para la barraca y la guitarrilla. Reprendemos todos el parte arriba. Reprendemos todos el parte arriba. We're not stop long, there's Florida spots. We're not stop long, there's Florida spots. Alberito Nido, Fernando Rats. Alberito Nido, Fernando Rats. We're not stop long, there's Florida spots. We're not stop long, there's Florida spots. Alberito Nido, Fernando Rats. Alberito Nido, Fernando Rats.
All right. Welcome back, viewers. Welcome back to the Tobago Updates Morning Show. And we have in studio with us this morning El Corazon de Parang. Good morning and welcome, guys. And we thank you very, very, very much for that greeting. How are you all feeling this morning?
Fantastical. We are feeling great.
Tired, yeah, good.
Season, you know.
Yes. So tell me a bit about the group. How did this group get started?
Well, we participated in a Parang workshop. Right, we participated in a Parang workshop with Miss Diana McIntyre. Right, that is where most of the schools came together, the high schools came together, and we learned about the instruments and the Parang songs.
Oh, and how long ago that was?
15 years ago.
15 years?
Yes, 15
years. So
years.
this group has been in existence for 15 years.
Yes.
And over those 15 years, what has the experience been like performing Parang in Tobago?
It has been a bit, how to say, like, I mean, it fluctuates. Tobago is not known for Parang,
yes.
right? So, like, when we go to, like performances, so people, like, they're like, wait, oh, you're from Tobago? We don't know Tobago have a Parang band? You know, so it's kind of shocking, but we love it, so we give our best.
Yeah, but over the past 3 years, we have seen that the audience has been more enthusiastic, more willing. They're dancing along with us, singing to us. Some people know these songs, so you see they're coming up front and dancing, and it's been a very overwhelming, rewarding experience.
And you think that Tobagoans have sort of warmed up to Parang more over the years?
Absolutely. The more we perform and we get out there, the more they see it and they hear it, the more they're liking it. I'm loving it.
So what's up next for El Corazon de Parang for Christmas 2025? You'll have more performances, or you're closing it off? This was the last one for the season before Christmas Day?
No, not as yet. Today, actually, we have like 3 more performances.
Three performances
yes,
today?
And we have performances over the weekend as well. But if you still want to book us, you can. We are still available. Even after the Christmas, we still do performances.
And if persons want to book you, what kind of contact information you'll have?
Well, you contact Mr. Judaya. His number, 318-8515.
Yeah.
All right, so viewers, they heard it. El Corazon de Parang, they are ready. They're ready to be booked. You can call them at 318-8515, 318-8515 Judaya. So before we go for a break, we want them to take us away with some more performances, some more songs. Let me get into the Christmas spirit, yeah?
This next one is called Cantando Gloria.
Cantando gloria, gloria, gloria en el cielo. En un establo nació el Dios verdadero. Cantando gloria, gloria, gloria en el cielo. En un establo nació el Dios verdadero. En un establo nació el Dios verdadero. Vamos a cantar la bien historia sobre nacimiento en niños de gloria.
sobre nacimiento el niño se gloria, cantando gloria, gloria, gloria en el cielo. En un establo nació el Dios verdadero, cantando gloria, gloria, gloria en el cielo. En un establo nació el Dios verdadero. En un establo nació el Dios verdadero. En este humilde nació el porroso de José y María, el niño glorioso. De José y María, el niño glorioso, cantando gloria, gloria, gloria en el cielo. En un establo nació el Dios verdadero, cantando gloria, gloria, gloria en el cielo. En un establo nació el Dios verdadero. En un establo nació el Dios verdadero.
Blessings. Thank you.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, Trinidad and Tobago! Santa Claus is coming to Charon's at Lowlands Mall to stock up on all the goodies for good boys and girls. I'm checking my list, and Charon's has everything I need. Christmas decorations, curtains, toys, and so much more. And the best part? The best prices in town. So hurry down, folks. Visit Charon's today before the shelves are empty. Ho, ho, ho! Charon's at Lowlands Mall, where Christmas shopping starts.
Tobago, the sun is rising, and so are the conversations that matter, from the economy to education, from healthcare to community voices. No spin, no fluff, just facts, truth, and clarity. Join me, Lavian, as we cover the issues that shape our lives, the stories we can't ignore. We bring them to the table and ask the questions you want answered.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Deltec Distributors Christmas Specials is here. Choose from our festive meat packages at unbeatable prices, perfect for your holiday feast. Hurry! Limited packages. Order now. Package 1, $4.99. 11 pounds of leg of Thai chicken, 5 pounds pork, 5 pounds turkey, 1 picnic ham, 1 1-liter pear jacks. Package 2, $4.99. 11 pounds leg of Thai chicken, 5 pounds pork, 5 pounds turkey cubes, 1 chicken ham, 1-liter pear jacks. Package 3, $600. 11 pounds leg of Thai chicken, 5 pounds pork, 5 pounds turkey wings, 1 whole turkey, 1-liter pear jacks. Package 4, $535. 11 pounds leg of Thai chicken, 5 pounds pork, 5 pounds turkey wings, 3 pounds fish ham, 1-liter pear jacks for $359-5040 or $237-0102. Delivery available for just $20. Deltec Distributors, Main Road, Argyle, Tobago.
This Christmas, Santa isn't the only one checking his list. At Lambo Credit Union, we're helping you give the gift that truly lasts. Introducing our Christmas Share Certificates. A gift of saving, a gift of security, a gift of love. Whether you're starting small or saving big, every share brings you closer to your dreams. Share Certificates starts as low as $100 up to $1,000 in share value. A Christmas Share Certificate isn't just a gift, it's a legacy, a promise, a head start for the ones you love. Give the gift of financial freedom this Christmas. Visit either branch of the Lambo Credit Union or call us at 639-5060 to learn more today. Lambo Credit Union, always here for you.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas! What's on your Christmas wish list? And can you do it with $75,000 at 0.75%? Bethel Credit Union is making your Christmas wishes come true with our 75 in 25 Christmas loan sale. Get up to $75,000 in loans at a special 0.75% interest rate as we celebrate 75 years of service, strength, and community. So, whether it's home upgrades, holiday travel, or treating the ones you love, we've got you covered. Bethel Credit Union, we see you and we're here for you. Find
Ho! Merry Christmas, Trinidad and Tobago! Santa Claus is coming to Charon's at Lowlands Mall to stock up on all the goodies for good boys and girls. I'm checking my list, and Charon's has everything I need. Christmas decorations, curtains, toys, and so much more. And the best part? The best prices in town. So hurry down, folks. Visit Charon's today before the shelves are empty. Ho, ho, ho! Charon's at Lowlands Mall, where Christmas shopping starts.
guys, there are some new developments in housing in Tobago. So it's goat racing time. This is 116, the show that keeps you in the know with all things Tobago House of Assembly. Each week, 116 delivers a fun and engaging overview of the latest developments, achievements, activities, and events of our dynamic assembly. So join me. Let's dive into the Tobago House of Assembly's Week in Review right here on 116.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
With mixologist Danik Simon. Now, Christmas events doesn't have to be over the top and cheesy, just to give us a few tips and tricks to spruce up your Christmas events with some of the things she's going to share with us this morning. Good morning and welcome to you, Danik.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So, Danik, tell us, how long now have you been a mixologist?
Well, I've been a mixologist for over 10 years now.
Over 10 years. That's very interesting. And in your 10 years as a mixologist, you do some teaching as well?
I do. I was tutor with the Division of Community Development.
All right. And for this morning, you know, people like it's Christmas time.
Yes.
People love the liquors. They love to drink. They like the cocktails, whatever it is. First things first, just explain to the people what a cocktail is.
Well, a cocktail is any drink that includes alcohol, a mixer, and some kind of sweet or sour. And but today we're not just doing cocktails, we're also doing mocktails, which is our variation of cocktails without the alcohol. So, you know, for those who want to lime but don't want to drink, we have something for them too.
Now, Danik, is the Christmas season, and I know usually when people are planning their events, whether at home or at the office, there's a lot of planning that goes into it. Is there something that people tend to overthink or overdo when it goes into the planning for these drinks, or things that they could just make really simple?
Yeah, everybody wants to make the most complicated cocktails. However, some of the simpler cocktails are what taste really good. Just get your bare minimums, your liquors, your chasers, juices are always fun to buy. And you can mix and mash that all how and something must taste good.
So sometimes people will say, you know, particularly men, they don't, you know, they think a cocktail is for a feminine kind of thing. They don't drink that. But a simple white rum and orange juice or some kind of thing, alcohol with a chaser, is that considered a cocktail?
That is a cocktail, yes.
Okay, all right.
So a cocktail could be anything, you know. A cocktail, once it includes alcohol and some other ingredient, some other non-alcoholic ingredient, it's considered a cocktail.
Interesting, I didn't know that. I always thought I had to go to a restaurant and have the person in the bar, the mixologist, make the drink for it to be considered a cocktail.
Even when you're drinking at home, a simple vodka and orange juice is considered a screwdriver. That's a cocktail.
Okay.
So, Danik, I'm interested and excited to get into the interactive aspect of this interview. So, what are you going to be making for us this morning?
Well, first we're going to make a mocktail called Kissing Santa Claus, right? So it's cranberry juice, pineapple juice, and lemon lime soda. So in this case, we'll be using Sprite. It's simple. It's built. Built is the mixing method. So basically, we're just going to throw everything in the glass over ice.
Okay. All right, so we have glasses here. First thing up is the glass.
This one? This one?
This one, yeah. But I feel like you can make it.
Sure.
Come in, get in there, Vanessa. Come in. Let's
So
get
this
some.
is a very simple, easy drink, right? We're using cranberry juice, pineapple juice, and lemon lime soda. So
You know what would have been really nice at this point in time? A little parang music just playing in the
Yes.
background, you know, while we're mixing things up. So, cranberry juice,
pineapple
juice,
and Sprite.
and Sprite.
So this is easy to maneuver, right? You don't need any. Here you go.
Oh, yeah, shaking.
So this is our jigger. We're going to use this to measure. You're going to hold it between your fingers like that. Right. And you're going to...
I should use my dominant hand?
Yes. Which hand is your dominant hand?
This one.
Right. So you're going to put your hands right here. You're going to throw it in there and then just shoot it over. You're doing it twice. No, you have to fill it up. Don't be shy. You have to fill it up.
Right.
Try it in. Lovely.
This feels so uncomfortable.
Afterwards, get the hang of it. And then you're doing 1 pineapple juice. You're bringing me back to my teaching days.
Ooh, that's good.
Nice.
This is why you never knock a trade, huh? You never know.
You never know the technical aspects
Exactly.
of the trade itself.
And in this one, you don't need the jigger. You're going to simply fill it with ice, with Sprite.
Okay,
We don't
let's
really, we don't want to manipulate the Sprite too much because it will get rid of the bubbles inside.
When you say manipulate, what do you mean?
We don't want to play with it too much.
Oh,
So we
okay.
didn't want to put
You don't
this
want to
in the
transfer it
jigger,
and then
right?
transfer
Just
it
throw it
again.
straight in there. So you get that bubbly, because the bubbles is what's going to give it that effect like alcohol.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's not alcohol.
Right, right.
We top this actually with whipped cream. So we have some homemade whipped cream here.
Homemade whipped cream, you said?
Homemade whipped cream.
How do you make homemade whipped cream?
I talks my auntie. My auntie make the whipped cream.
So I'm just scooping.
So you're scooping it gently and just laying it on top. You know what, when you kiss Santa Claus beard, you gotta get the beard now. So add the beard.
Oh, okay, I see it now. Gently.
Gently. Santa
Don't want to
Claus
come off
beard
at
not
all.
coming off.
Good.
Oh, cool. And it's always interesting to learn something new.
Oh.
So you can do it one more time. We just want to get that nice.
That
You want it
float.
covering.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
okay.
exactly the way that floats.
It looks like marshmallow.
Yes.
Okay. And you know, it's because it's Christmas time. You put it on, cover it back up. You know, we are just
Let me
safe.
take it from you.
Here you go.
I'll cover it up.
It's Christmas time, we want to add a little cinnamon. A little cinnamon stick. Now, usually you would top this with mint leaves, a slice of orange juice, a maraschino cherry,
A slice of, okay.
a slice of
Orange. That's
a slice of orange, sorry.
I know.
Yeah.
It happens to me a lot on here
And
as
then we're
well.
just gonna garnish with a cinnamon stick.
Okay.
So this is kissing Santa Claus.
I wonder if we could raise it up for the camera to get a nice shot of it.
Okay, let me see.
This one is kissing Santa Claus. Nice. Okay.
Who tasting it?
I think you was
I'll-
tasting it.
I'll taste
Oh, you
it.
tasting
I'll
it?
taste it.
Okay, good.
I made it. I should be able to.
Taste it.
The blend is very interesting.
Mhm.
The first thing you taste is the cinnamon.
Mhm.
Then you go into the Sprite. Then you taste a bit of the cranberry. Not so much the pineapple, but it's there. You can tell that it is there.
Right.
And when you feel the floating of Santa
Yes.
Claus beard on your lip.
Did you enjoy the feeling?
I
of
did
kissing
enjoy
Santa
it.
Claus?
I did enjoy
Oh,
it.
right. So now we
Yes. So what else we're going to go into other drinks that we making today?
So we're gonna do a cocktail now. Now we're gonna get into the alcohol part.
That is it. That is
Right.
it. That is what we're talking about.
So I feel like this is a shaker.
Mhm.
So we're going to remove this one.
And I think Akinlabi could take over from here.
I think Akinlabi
you see
could take
that?
over from here.
I believe that.
All right, so full disclosure, Tobago Updates family. Miss Simon is actually my former tutor. I did a mixology course with the Division of Community Development a few years back, and she was my tutor. So
I know he's supposed to get it right.
I don't know about that.
I know he's
we will
supposed
try
to,
something. So what are we making today?
So we're gonna give some liquors now. Right. We're gonna try rum, vodka, gin, and tequila. You remember what we're making? Rum, vodka, gin, and tequila.
That's a Shirley Temple? No. What is that?
Shirley Temple, we have no rum in there. They love Island.
We love Island. So we're looking for gin?
Gin.
Okay. And it's going into this glass.
Yes, and this one we're using the smaller side because we're using plenty different alcohols now, you know?
Okay.
All right, you don't want to get people too... You don't want to get people too tipsy, too intoxicated.
Danik.
So that was a gin?
Rum.
White rum?
Okay, the lessons are coming back.
It's starting to click. It's starting to click.
We went to the tequila.
Tequila, my worst enemy.
What tequila do you?
Tequila. Jose Cuervo.
Yes.
Jose Cuervo. All right.
I feel like you should tell me our next type of tequila.
What like what so?
What you were taught.
It's exactly.
You see, okay, so here it is, right? This was a long time ago. This was a few years ago. I cannot remember anything.
That's okay. We forgive you.
Yes, so after we put in the three alcohols.
So now we're going to add some orange juice.
Some orange juice, great.
Okay, Labby. Can I put it in the shaker? I get the shaker.
Oh yes, we have to put it in the shaker. This bigger side or the smaller side?
The bigger side.
The bigger side.
Yeah.
So put it in the shaker here.
Looking good. Okay,
Thank you so much.
Just for the orange juice.
On the bigger side of the jigger or the smaller side?
The smaller side.
Okay. So orange juice.
Yeah.
Then
we're gonna add some homemade sorrel syrup.
Homemade sorrel syrup. So how you make this homemade sorrel syrup? You
boil it.
You just boil it right down?
You boil the sorrel and then you add that to sugar. So it's 1 part sorrel, 1 part sugar.
Okay. And it's the same small side?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Akinlabi,
Yes?
aren't you supposed to be holding that measurement tool between your two fingers?
Oh, yes. That
Give me
means
half again.
another half? All right, let me try
Lovely.
a half of this. So 1.5 of the small side.
Alright, try that in
Mr. Cricket Marcus Daniel is off air and he's very, very eager to try some of this. But he will wait. He have his sports segment to do first.
A dash of orange bitters.
A dash of orange bitters. We adding ice to this or no ice?
Ice.
We adding ice?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. 2 dashes or 1 dash?
No, that's fine. That
1
is
dash is fine. What's next?
Ice.
Ice. I don't think we have ice, you know. Do we have ice? I'm looking. I'm not seeing any ice. So we have no
dry
ice.
shake
We'll
it?
dry shake it now.
Okay.
So we put this over. Put this in. Make sure it's...
Pat it on. Nice. You can still feel it move.
Okay, so you kind of angle it. So it and you shake it up. This is the glass here.
Ooh.
How long you should be shaking for?
Well, with ice, about 8 to 12 seconds. But without ice, you don't have to shake it very much. There's no ice to melt.
Okay. And you pour it over. Well, with the ice, you would use this strainer.
Your hawthorn strainer, yes.
Put it on like this. I remember something.
Wait, hold on. Maybe added a little extra more on the start off first.
Okay. And then we pour it over. All right. Time for tasting?
I don't like how this glass here look, you know. I find
You want a fancier glass?
I want a different glass. I don't like how this looks. So throw that over in the presentation.
Presentation has to be tops at all times. Find this base of this glass real thin and narrow. All right. So, this is called the Long Island Iced Tea, viewers. Long Island Iced Tea. Now, we're going to be making more drinks. When we come back on the back end of the program, we're going to be making more drinks. So, we want you all to stay with us. We have to go for a short break. We want you to do us a favor. Share the live, share the live, share the live. And when we come back, we head into some sports. And afterwards, we come back on the back end with more drinks and more parang.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So, even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
The Elections and Boundaries Commission wishes to inform all qualified persons who are not registered or are in doubt about their registration status that the electoral registration for the upcoming Tobago House of Assembly elections has begun. There are 5 days left to get your name on the revised list of electors. The final day for electoral registration is Tuesday, 23rd of December, 2025. Check your registration status on the EBC's website at www.ebctt.com or visit your registration area office to ensure your correct name and address are on the preliminary list of electors. To vote is your right, but you must be registered. For further information, please call the EBC hotline at 785-8206 or 785-8211. A message from the Elections and Boundaries Commission, your partners in democracy.
Tobago, the sun is rising, and so are the conversations that matter, from the economy to education, from healthcare to community voices. No spin, no fluff, just facts, truth, and clarity. Join me, Lavian, as we cover the issues that shape our lives, the stories we can't ignore. We bring them to the table and ask the questions you want answered.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning. Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Viewers, welcome back to Tobago Updates Television morning show. Of course, we are in the festive season and we're taking a short break from all the drinking and mixing on that side. Of course, we're going back there, because I had to taste something this morning. But of course, on set with us to the sporting segment. In this sporting segment, it's the final show of the 2025 season. And it has been a really good year of sport discussion. I want to thank all those who have been with us on this in this studio, and of course some of those who have done on the outside. Thank you so much for coming and share all this sporting information with us here in the studio, and of course to the world. Have the Moore clan this morning, Shapmore and clan this morning. And you know, once we have Shapmore and clan in studio, we're talking about the Shapmore Youth Classic. Yes, hosted right here in Tobago by the Shapmore Foundation. Good morning to you guys.
Good morning, good morning, morning. Thank you for having us.
Yes, fantastic. You hear that accent as well. This guy is an international footballer, Mr. Shapmore. Shaq, I mean, let's tell me about, before we even get into the discussion about the tournaments here in Tobago, about you and your football career, how is that going so far? What's going on with you?
Yeah, it's good. You know, as you know, our family here are based in Tobago, so I'm always nice to come back in the soil. But yeah, right now I'm playing for FC Dallas in MLS, and everything is going good. So getting ready for a new season coming up in January.
Yeah, and how has the season been?
Yeah, it was good. So we up and down, but we ended up making the playoffs, which was good. You know, especially for the start that we had. So trying to carry that momentum going into next year as well. So making a good start.
You played against Lionel Messi too?
Yes, sir.
How was that experience for you?
Yeah, it was good, man. Obviously one of the best players to ever play. So it was great. But yeah, those guys are different guys, and it's definitely a privilege playing against them.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, of course you would have had the opportunity to play against the likes of Lionel Messi and other big players coming from right here in Tobago. Is this what the Shapmore Youth Classic is all about? Getting players from Tobago to go and play against less like you?
Yeah, I think first and foremost just to give them a platform to play, right? So we want to get them some exposure so they can play against other talent from across the Caribbean, and hopefully different things kind of come after that. So whether that's college or whether that's pro, but just give them the platform where they can start to play and just get some exposure.
Yeah. Who do we have here this morning with us?
So we got Tyrell, we got G, and then we got my pops.
You got the pops. Wendell Moore. And of course, guys, Wendell Moore, former national player, have to mention that. And I know that you also played with Signal Hill. And I want to get a comment from you, Wendell. Of course, you saw in the news, Signal Hill playing in the Premier Division of the Secondary Schools League this season. They got as far as 3rd place. I mean, the highest we have had a Tobago team in years finishing. And they could have actually won the title of ESD, not this year, but hopefully next year. I mean, I want to get your thoughts on that. If you can get the mic around. And, just your mindset as a former national player, the state of world football. And before we even get into that, tell me about Signal Hill.
Good morning, the world. Good morning, Tobago. Marcus, as I told a bunch of my colleagues, it would be a tough task in general for me to run that show like how we have had in the past, in the sense that divided we fall. So all the schools that we have a bunch of high school now is for education, and so from our time, Scarborough Sec was always feeding Signal Hill. So the numbers was always going up there. That was the prominent, but now we have Speyside, Goodwood.
So the talent spread out.
We get weaker. That's common sense. You divide. So with that, only thing is I don't want to give much ideas. It's just that them guys, a pack of guys have to say, guys, we're going to this school. And that is the only way we could straighten up. Other than that, it would be a tough task, man, because Trinidad already lay out for 100 years already. So for we now to get to that point, we had it like that because it was less teams with more players compiling in a location, but now the division, it'll be a hard task. But they're doing well. They did well, I think.
So in your days, we had a situation where we had not quantity over quality, but quality over quantity in that sense. So now the talent kind of spread out now, and we have a situation where we're not having. Well, listen, I don't want to call it teams not good enough to compete nationally. But just speaking with the coach from Signal Hill down in Marcel, I think he started to have the idea and the formula. You need to scout. And sometimes it mightn't look good, but if you want to compete at the highest level, you have to have the best players playing for one particular team or like-minded players. Well, that's good.
But to Sinclair, that was some of his method too.
Right.
So everyone played the same style and the same thing, although we went to the coaching school, apart from Signal Hill. And primary school, Montgomery and so forth.
So I'm going to come back to you again. I mean, who do you have? This is our coach,
Nicholas G. Goddard.
Good morning. Nicholas Goddard, better known as G.
Any relation to Richard Goddard?
Yes, cousin of mine. Papi would be my older brother, Morris Goddard.
Photographer.
Yes. My job here is more running the schedule, getting things on the ground organized while we're here. Having the boys see the island, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So take us to our national treasures, that kind of stuff while we're here, and then the day-to-day of the tournament as we start going.
So you're a logistics man?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, and young man here?
Morning. I'm Tyrell Moore, brother of Shaq Moore. I know you probably already put that together. We look literally identical. So, I mean, I play ball too.
Yeah.
Not at the highest level yet, like Shaq, but you know, I'm still working my way up there right now. I was in Spain for like the past year, playing there, stuff like that. I mean, great quality. The players over there are a different class, you know, so it just forces you to get better and better over time. Along with that, you know, adjusting to a different culture and learning a different language. I mean, everything in one is great. It's super good. It's super nice.
And excited to be back in Tobago.
I'm excited to be back in Tobago. Yes, I was here last year for the tournament last year, and I can't wait to see what this year has.
You're looking forward to Ham and Bread and all these
everything. Yeah. I also played U17 and U20 Trinidad and Tobago national team.
Oh.
So I mean, I represented well, got my passport, earned it, and
Fantastic.
you know. No, we here.
We are happy for the exposure you got and that you came back and represented Trinidad and Tobago as well. So let's get into the discussion. Not sure who's going to take the lead in this in terms of sharing more about the tournament. All right, Shaq,
Probably.
Right. So we this year is what edition is this year?
This would be our 4th edition.
Right.
We had 3 prior editions, one before COVID, and then obviously the COVID shutdown, and then 3 after that.
Right. So I'm seeing on the fixture or the flyer, you have the 19th to the 21st.
Yeah.
Right. So which is today. Right. What's happening today?
Today we'll have the under 15 boys. We'll play 6 fixtures, right, and then tomorrow the other 2 age groups start.
What are the age groups?
They were U11s, U13s, and U15s. We were trying to do a girls U15, but numbers wise, I believe a few of the girls team didn't have their teams prepared, that kind of stuff. So we had to pull that division.
And this is happening. Where is happening?
We're at Shore Park and Bishops.
Shore Park. So your matches are playing simultaneously.
Yeah. Right. What we're doing is we're doing the U11s and the U15s at Shore Park. We're trying to get the U11s done during the morning into the afternoon, and then the older guys come in for the afternoon/evening. And then Bishops is just going to run all day.
Oh, right. What time are the matches going to?
So we're starting at 8:30 a.m. at both
So for me, you leave here football one time?
No. So today. Unfortunately, today we start at 2.
At 2, okay.
So 2 p.m. and then we go to around 9 tonight.
So 2 p.m. at Bishops and Shore Park.
2 p.m. at Shore Park today.
Shore Park today.
Yeah. And then tomorrow we're
both venues.
Yeah, both venues.
Okay. And in terms of the teams that are participating, I mean, can you list some of the teams, and have you seen a growth from last year or from the years gone by to this year in terms of numbers of teams?
So numbers wise, we're a little smaller this year, which isn't bad, right? More Tobago teams. So purpose of the Shaq Moore Foundation is, as Shaq said, to expose the Tobago player to more of what's happening outside of Tobago. So we have more Tobago teams in this year, right? I think better exposure for them at this point. And yeah, it's looking good so far.
Right, and in terms of so you mentioned that you have more Tobago teams. So we have teams from Trinidad and outside Trinidad and Tobago as well.
We have a few teams from Trinidad, and then we have a team from St. Vincent that's their first time participating, and one team from Jamaica that's been here for the last three.
And who are the defending champions of different age groups?
So obviously, Ball Blasters and Lambo would be our two defending champions. I think our U15 it would be the first year of the U15 this year, so we don't necessarily have a defending champion.
First year for the
U15.
Okay, any particular reason for including the U15s?
So my philosophy is a little different. So I also coach, right? My philosophy is a little different. I think the elder ones, the Tobago Football Association takes care of their bit, and the younger ones is where I'm more focused relative to the development. And we've included the 15s this year because we're looking at bridging the gap for them relative to college scholarships.
Right.
So we've included that little older age that will look at them now and then get their videos and all that organized, so that in 2 years' time when they graduate or get out of high school, then we can get them.
Yeah. And what can the public expect? I mean, coming to the matches, I mean, it's all free of charge?
Free of charge, yes. So no charge. Entertaining football from our young players, right? Definitely come out and see some good football.
I want to get to Mr. Morley again. I mean, you would have played, as I mentioned before, with Signon Hill. I mean, how important you see this tournament or this initiative from the Moore family contributing to the Tobago space?
Well, again, I am a deep person when coming to football, and it's part of development. That word development, no quick fix. So if you put things in place, we could produce and make the World Cup at the same time. So all of this that we do in here, you have a method to our madness, because if you keep playing and progressing with the right state of mind, the brain setters in regards to possible scouts coming and pick you up. I kind of live it, I kind of did it to my boys, as in you prepare yourself for when the right time comes. Not necessarily tomorrow, but it's an ongoing, a work in progress. So it's more like that, it's development. So if you start playing like this, and someone might see you, or you might motivate yourself to start training and improving as you move forward. So that's part of the plan of the whole.
Yeah, proud of your boys?
Very.
But
they work hard, man. We work hard. Again, I'm a Bertie Sinclair guy, and training. So them guys almost train every day since they're baby. Had to do 100 push-up, 100 sit-ups.
Wow.
They could tell you, not in a military style, but with fun. And they would try to prove to you that they're doing it. That's different things. As I tell you, you have to build as you go. No quick fix. So.
Yeah. And as you wrap, Shaka, I mean, can you tell me of any probably success story? Someone that would have played in the years gone by, but probably now playing outside there. I mean, anything like that in terms of, I mean, just to, let people know that this is probably the best youth football tournament in the country.
Yeah, well, like G said, the edition is still pretty young, so we're still working on that. But we do have scouts coming from Red Bull, from college scouts, and there was other people looking at the women's side. Unfortunately, this year the women's side is kind of up and down. But like Pop said, sorry about that. It's not a quick fix. So what we want to do is lay the foundation for them, and then hopefully we'll reap the benefits in 2-3 years time.
Yeah, and finally, in terms of sponsors, you want to shout out to any sponsor or sponsors?
It's much.
Tobago division, THA, all that help contribute to transportation and any other sponsors that we may missed out. But we kind of fight it on our own this time. But the division, transportation, different areas help in this case. And as you said, one of his agents is here with us. He's also a coach, and he's also keen. He's an English guy, so he's keen in looking at talents also, because that's how Shaki was picked up when he was 9, 10. He was picked up by him actually. So he with him.
So he's here as well. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, guys, I want to thank you all so much for being here this morning. I'm looking forward to 3 good days of football, and viewers, you can go down at Shaw Park at Bishops as well today. There's going to be at Shaw Park from 2:30, right? From 2 p.m. And then tomorrow you're going to have matches both at Bishops and also at Shaw Park. It's free, and you're seeing some of the best youngsters that we have on island. There's a team from Jamaica as well. You have teams from Trinidad coming across to represent their territory, representing their zone. But hopefully, we have Tobago teams taking the titles again in that sense. But I really want to commend Mr. Moore and the clan for actually having Tobago as a destination for this event, because I see it as a sport tourism event as well, because they gotta rent a little bicycle, you gotta eat your food, you gotta stay by somebody or somewhere, and of course transportation as well. To all the sponsors, kudos. Guys, have a wonderful Christmas. Ensure you have the punch of creme. Don't drink and drive. Right? Have a good time as well. Have a good time here in Tobago, and bright and prosperous New Year as well. Guys, we're gonna jump back into the mixologist. I'm gonna go across there and taste to see what Akinlabi mixed up. Akinlabi is not a mixologist, he tried this morning, but I'm gonna try to see and tell you how it tastes. We're going to take a short break, then jump back to the mixologist. Have a good time, but don't forget to share the live, share the live, share the live.
This Christmas, Santa isn't the only one checking his list. At Lambo Credit Union, we're helping you give the gift that truly lasts. Introducing our Christmas Share Certificates. A gift of saving, a gift of security, a gift of love. Whether you're starting small or saving big, every share brings you closer to your dreams. Share Certificates starts as low as $100 up to $1,000 in share value. A Christmas Share Certificate isn't just a gift, it's a legacy, a promise, a head start for the ones you love. Give the gift of financial freedom this Christmas. Visit either branch of the Lambo Credit Union or call us at 639-5060 to learn more today. Lambo Credit Union, always here for you.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and look, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and look. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show. Do more, live more.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back to the Tobago Updates Morning Show. We're going to close off with a cocktail, and we have Mr. Cricket here in the studio. You know, he's so the mixing going on, and he told himself he needs to get in on this action. So we have here with us our mixologist extraordinaire, Miss Danique Simon.
Hi.
And she made something for us while off air. Just tell us what this creation is about.
So this is called White Christmas. So we have Pinot Grigio barefoot rum, wine, sorry. Then we have white oak rum, and then a splash of orange juice for that little sweetness.
All right. So and this is your original creation.
Yes.
All right. So copyright. What's the name again?
White Christmas.
White Christmas. Copyright. White Christmas. Marcus, now is your time. Now is your time to shine.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, boy. so is there a reason why? Right. In fact, let me leave that right there. So let's take a big gulp, like a big gulp or a sip. Let's sip and taste and tell you what I think, right?
Yeah, I could taste it and tell me what you think. It really should have some ice, so it might be a little warm.
Now this really good, boy. But no, is there a reason why? In fact, I wanted to taste, right? But let the people know that I'm not an alcoholic, that you call me to taste it, right? Right? Because I see words what to me like, you know, that's like alcohol, but this is this is really good. What are the ingredients again?
So we have Pinot Grigio. This is just white wine
from
barefoot, Angostura white rum, and some orange juice.
Oh, fantastic. So this is a big season for you, Christmas time. You're busy Christmas time.
Yes.
And this is one of your specialties, right?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. And it tastes better without ice or with ice?
No, with ice.
Okay.
For sure.
Definitely
so I can have another sip?
Yes.
Okay.
No, you can take a gulp, but we can't drink the whole thing on air.
It's really good.
It's really good.
It's really good.
So, viewers, we want to thank Miss Simon for joining us for this session. We learned a lot today.
Yeah.
And fellas, when you take all your white rum and you mix it with orange juice, or you're drinking a cocktail.
Yes.
Yeah. You take your what's it, the Campari and you mix it with whatever.
Yeah.
You're drinking a cocktail.
Once you mix it.
Once you mix the alcohol
The Campari and
with
orange
something
juice.
that is not Campari and orange juice.
Yeah.
You know, fellas, we love the Campari. No, not me. but they love the Campari and orange juice. You're drinking a cocktail. We come to the end of our show, but to close us off, we go into some parang. We head on back over to El Corazon de Parang to close off the show. Coming up next, we have a GMT. So after the parang, do us a favor. Share the live, share the live, share the live. GMT is up next.
Nuestro Salvador, el Nación, gana por el mundo sobre nacimiento, canto, gana por el mundo, canto, sobre nacimiento, gana por el mundo, canto, sobre nacimiento.
Cuando supo sí acerca de decreto, se vio a Belén para pagar impuesto. Cuando supo sí acerca de decreto, se vio a Belén, a Belén, a Belén, a Belén. Se fue a Belén para pagar impuesto.
Nuestro Salvador, el Belén nació, gana por el mundo sobre nacimiento, canto, gana por el mundo, canto, sobre nacimiento, gana por el mundo, canto, sobre nacimiento.
Se encuentra su esposa María embarazada, pero cuando llegaron no había posada. Se encuentra su esposa María embarazada, pero cuando llegaron, pero cuando llegaron no había posada.
Nuestro Salvador, el Belén nació, canta por el mundo sobre nacimiento, canto.
This year's summit, it takes a slight different approach compared to last year. Based on the persons who had came, the students who had came, we felt that we should have a section focused for the students because that is where the agri-technology would start from, where the innovators are. So this year we take our focus on the students as well as we incorporated different persons within the country of Trinidad and Tobago. And we got exhibitors from right here on this island who are invested in innovation and agriculture and technology.
Produce Tobago is an online multi-vendor marketplace website which facilitates buying and selling along the agricultural value chain. So if you are selling agricultural inputs like fertilizer or seedlings, you can sell on the website. If you're an agro-processor, you could also sell your pepper sauces, your nuts, that sort of stuff on the website. Even if you provide agricultural services, as it says, it's agricultural technology, and I think that this is innovative in and of itself to bridge gaps in the agricultural landscape. So I felt like it was important to bring it to the people of Tobago.
I help companies, farmers, food processors, anywhere along the value chain, build and implement their food safety and quality management systems, as well as an educator, because that's where it starts. I think that it is important because it helps you not only be current and up to date, but with so many changes happening in the climate, it's important to leverage technology so that you don't be at a loss. Why not use the technology that we have available to us? Don't be afraid of it, to empower your operations so that you can be more efficient effective and profitable in the long run.
Well, I'm here at the summit today to learn more about agriculture and to know how far agriculture can get. So normally I might think, well, agriculture is hard work, you had to labor, but coming to the summit teach me that how, well, agriculture is getting easier.
It's indeed a pleasure to be here today at the summit. On one hand, we're here to learn and grow as well because, you know, with education, it's a thing that you keep learning as you go on. At the same time, we're also here to provide information on the impacts of forestry and the relevant information to stakeholders who will be here today.
That was a production of the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly.
World AIDS Day has been recognized since 1988. And over the years, it has grown into a meaningful global tradition. It brings together governments, health workers, advocates, families, youths, everyone, because the fight against HIV is something we all share responsibility for.
So, World AIDS Day is important because we need to continually remember that we are still dealing with HIV and AIDS in Trinidad and specifically in Tobago. This is an opportunity for us to continue the discussion. This is an opportunity to remind the population that, you know, we have these STIs that are running around. If we are not safe, we will not be healthy. So I appreciate this opportunity, and I particularly appreciate the fact that we are focusing on the young people for this World AIDS Day, because that is what is really needed to change the culture that's required.
My experience was eccentric to say the very least. Our teacher, she worked wonderfully, even with disruptions into the class. She worked with them instead of circling around them or going over them. She made them part of the lesson and made the learning experience beautiful. I hope that it serves to actually better educate the people, to get rid of the old people stigma that we got from our parents, grandparents, and thus forth. I hope that we can live a truer life with this knowledge and use this as a template to go forward for other problems that we may have.
I am white and I represent HOPE. HOPE says your diagnosis is not your destiny, and today we stand on that truth, and we aim to change at least one mindset every time we speak.
Empathy reminds us they are living with HIV, not dying from it.
So tell me, where you really learn this ignorance to go and tell him you cannot give someone HIV by just touching them? So your friend running off and talking about it, that is not true.
What we were trying to discuss was the dissatisfaction with moral ed in the high schools, because we feel like they're not teaching enough, especially when it comes to preventing stigma against certain groups of people.
Peer training programs are programs that have always worked, because you need people who are similar to design what the message should be and to share those messages to their counterparts. And that is in essence what peer training is. So having these individuals who are part of these, these technical vocational schools be the ones to get the correct information is really a good step to ensure that they pass that information on to the people who they are closest with. We each need to do our part. We each need to ensure that our health is comprehensive. That includes our mental health, that includes our physical health, that includes our emotional health, and our sexual health is critical to that. So don't forget it. It's not a taboo thing to talk about. It's not a taboo thing to actively work on. And yeah, I think we could do it.
Choose your choices wisely still, but at the end of the day, don't regret a single one of them, because you are tomorrow.
You're viewing Tobago Updates Television, your exclusive gateway to Tobago, broadcasting the beauty of this island paradise to the world.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor to wake up and hear my neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong. We are beauty, we are power, we are people in the sun. We are beaches, we are rivers, we are melanated ones. We special and there is no denying. Tobago is number one. I am you and you are me. Together we stronger. Good morning, Tobago. Good morning. Yeah. Hey. Tobago updates. Na, 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 na. Good morning, Tobago. Na, 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 na. Let's go, go. It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor to wake up and hear my neighbor. 60,000 people strong, and the vibes is never wrong. We are beauty, we are power, we are people in the sun. We are beaches, we are rivers, we are melanated ones. We special and there is no denying. Tobago is number one. I am you and you are me. Together we stronger. Good morning, Tobago. Good morning.
Good morning. You are viewing GMT Good Morning Tobago. I'm your host, Natalie Seeley Richardson, and it's Friday, the 19th of December, 2025. Yes, it's the Friday before we celebrate Christmas Day, and of course, our morning show was pretty exciting. I hope that if you didn't have the Christmas vibes that we helped you this morning, you know, we had the Parang group, El Corazon de Parang, lovely music for all the paranderos out there and those who love that type of music. I know you had a time. And of course, we had our mixologist with us, right? It's Mix Be Happy. I hope I got that name right, Miss Simon. And we have a little mocktail on set this morning. I wasn't left out. All right, so I have, let me see if I could hold it up for you. All right, so yes, no alcohol. I don't consume alcohol. So this is a mocktail, all right? Don't panic. All right, and it's Kissing Santa. That's the name of the drink. I had a little sip before. Kissing Santa Claus. I had a little sip of it, and it's quite an interesting taste. You taste the spice, the cinnamon, you know, and of course, that bartending service comes highly recommended. I understand. So those of you who have used her services, you know what I'm speaking about. And those yet to use it, go ahead and give her a call. I know you got the information earlier on. But of course, this morning we have to keep things in a focus. Yes, we are in the Christmas season, but everything else continues. And with me this morning on set, of course, is Dr. Denise Sawyer-Fat Angus, the political leader of the IDA. Good morning, Dr. Angus.
Good morning.
And of course, welcome. Dr. Angus has her drink too, all right? So it's both of us sipping through the show this morning, all right, as we feel festive. Now, Dr. Angus, of course, all the political parties, everybody is on full throttle. We know that we are preparing for December 12th, the Tobago House of Assembly elections. January. I'm in December, 12th of January 2026. All right. And we are all getting ready. Those of us who have to exercise our voting franchise, those who are on the ground campaigning, those who are listening, right? And let me just encourage our viewers this morning that your vote is important. Whoever you choose to support, but I'm just encouraging you to vote. Someone fought very hard for that privilege. Yes, we call it a right. I see it as a privilege, and I am encouraging you to exercise that privilege. So, Dr. Angus, let's talk a bit about the IDA. Now, I know this morning the candidates are going to be nominated. Is that the process it's called with the
Yes.
EBC?
The candidates will be nominated. They take in all of their forms and their registration fees into the EBC. and they are then given a receipt and approval that they can then proceed forward with the rest of the campaigning into polling day.
Right. So once this registration process is completed and everything is in check, it means therefore that candidate will now be on a ballot. Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
You mentioned
absolutely.
registration fee. What's the registration fee like?
It's $2,000.
And when we
Yes.
talk about political parties and mainly yours, are candidates required to pay that $2,000 out of pocket, or does your party pay for that?
No,
for the candidates?
we have paid the $2,000 for our candidates. Yes, we have
And
supported them in that way.
you would have presented, of course, your slate. When a political party is going through this process, especially one may see your party as one of the smaller parties, if that's a fair description. But of course, you hold your own in Tobago. What's the process like? Is it that you just brainstorm, you look at your membership, you look at outside your membership? What does it take to really get persons who would be interested, and then in some cases, how do you convince them that yes, you will make a good representative?
Okay, so we don't convince anybody. We ask the communities whether you are, most of them are not part of the IDA. Okay, but we go into communities and we say, who do you think could represent you? Look around and see, who do you think? And that is how we have chosen many of the candidates. So many of them are coming in. They're not members of the IDA, but their communities chose them. And then either the community will approach them and they would say yes or no. And we will then take it further and say, okay, let us look and see what else do you have, what you can bring, and what else is there. We vet them. But in our vetting, we attempt to make sure that we are not going against the community's choice. So it's not like, I like this one, I think I could work with this one. No. The communities choose, and therefore we say to the candidates, your community is your first boss. They are the ones who chose you. The party is your second boss. I am your third boss.
Right.
That is the pecking order.
Right.
And therefore, it is a new way of looking at things where you attempt to lessen dictatorship hold, as we see elsewhere, where persons pretty much choose who they want, and then you come to screening. They open up a screening after they finish choosing. They open up a screening, and then they go through a process which they very well know they've already chosen who they want. And I think communities no longer feel they could trust that process. So this is the one that we chose to go forward with it. Does it come with its challenges? Of course.
Right.
Any new system you put in place, the best as it can, you will always have teething problems.
Right.
And what is the strength of the organization is to be able to work through those teething problems, even though it may seem out of control, really bad. You work through it.
Right. And you mentioned that the candidates are selected by the communities. Define communities for us.
We pretty much show up on a corner. We say young people. You see young people on a corner, you say, who do you see? And you go to different places, and when there's a name keeps popping up.
Okay.
It's amazing. And most of the people they're choosing are persons who would have been service-driven, service-oriented in the community for years before they even thought they could go in an election.
Right.
So it's a lot of, your grassroots. And I always say, and I always remind them, it's easier to teach someone who already loves people how to manage in an administration, because you can always put them with a strong advisor. But it's much harder to teach somebody who is administratively focused how to love people and how to serve people. So that was one of our first criteria. Can you love people and serve them? And if that is the case, then we will build upon that.
And as you prepare for the day, THA elections 2026 on the 12th of January. How is campaigning going for the IDA? What communities have you visited? What does the campaigning look like for you and your team?
Again, campaigning is defined by the community. You know, so we went to Charlottesville and we pretty much did Facebook Live with the candidate, with some of the community members speaking and expressing themselves. And that is how we went into Charlottesville. I think the candidate did something small in Speyside. We went into Bell Garden. We actually had a full-blown meeting there, the traditional way. Right. And that also was well, received. In fact, many persons wanted jerseys afterwards, but we had a constraint with our jerseys. And then we went into Bagatelle from that, and that was also a very well-received meeting. From there, we headed into Mason Hall the other night, and then we were headed into Buku last night, and Mason Hall was also a traditional type meeting.
Right.
We were headed into Buku last night for a little twist, yes, but we understand another group had a meeting last night, so they told us they will decide on another night and let us know. The people in Buku said, we don't want nobody shouting at us, we're tired of that. Come, let's sit down and have a conversation.
And that was my next question, because you mentioned you've done the traditional campaigning, the larger meeting, standing on a stage, talking.
Yes.
You know, and you've done the smaller type of more personal campaigning. Do you think one is more effective than the other?
It depends on your community. Again, if we are campaigning on a community-driven theme, resetting the game to bring the communities into focus, rather than a bunch of people who going up, be the focus, it means that we have to take the hard decision and be with the community. What kind of meeting do you want? They say, we don't want that stage thing, you shouting at us. Come, we want to have a group meeting, so we will have that on Wednesday. Okay. My group in the Scarborough Port area, bunch of young people. Again, they just want to have a sit down and engagement. Let's talk. And so we will do that down there. So we will continue that, asking communities, okay, big truck, whatever, stage meeting, conversation, and I think Mariah wants a conversation. So we are mixing it up and giving the communities what they want. I think the biggest challenge we are recognizing out there is trust. Communities, people have been burned. They have been burned by the PNM. They have been burned by the TPP. And it's like a child. When a child is abused so many times, even the innocent coming to help the child, they don't trust. And so that is why we are gingerly walking the road with the people and saying, we're willing to listen to you. We're willing to, work with you. And if we're not willing to do that now before we get into office, then how are we convincing them that when we get into office, we're going to listen to them if we're not listening to them now? So that is what we have been doing.
What are some of the burning issues the IDA is presenting to these groups when you have these, these sit-down discussions as you campaign?
We are presenting the policies going forward, and we are getting into some tough times. The economy was on a downward decline over the last 15 years, 10 years, PNM administration into TPP. But it has gotten much worse in the last 4 years within this TPP administration. And when you look at how they have prioritized spending, you realize that they did not have a clue as to how to turn around the administration. We have to move from what I call consumption administrations where you're just getting money from Trinidad, you're spending, rather into a production administration where you taking the money, you're seeing where you can invest the money, right, to make returns on that money.
Right, and that idea has been expressed by other political groups, maybe not in the same exact way you have, but it's something that we always hear the politicians talk about when we look at the relationship between Trinidad and Tobago being dependent for finances. But you as political leader of the idea, do you think that you going into office, you can really make that change? A term is 4 years. Do you think in 4 years you can accomplish something like that?
We have to stabilize the economy. And yes, they have done it in the past, but what have they talk about it, but they haven't done it. You know, so they have had their chance to talk about it and to put it into action. They have not been able to do it.
But let's say the idea,
both of them.
Let's say the idea gets that chance. Do you think that one term, 4 years, can really be enough time to have that change over that you're talking about?
You have to stabilize. So we're looking to stabilize, because remember, it's on a slippery downward slope right now. So you have to be able to at least stabilize the economy. And then you begin to take it into increasing. But you have to stabilize the economy. And the reason why we have to stabilize the economy for ourselves is because Trinidad is in crisis. Let us not forget the Standard & Poor's second report has taken the country into a negative.
Right.
Okay? So Trinidad cannot help us. So we have to be smart enough to determine how we help the people. And when we are talking about turning it around, people must feel it in their pockets. And so many of our policies, if you begin to look at it, you will see where we are ensuring that people are feeling it in their pockets. Take, for instance, the government just brought in this rental registration, the Landlord Registration Act. And there was no consultation. You know, the constitution has to change. There's no consultation being done with the people, citizens of this country, and more so Tobago, another issue. But what we are saying is, okay, we realize that that is going to cause a ripple effect. And so the IDA says, okay, pay your landlord tax. So those who are under 3,000, pay your landlord tax. We will work with you. Pay your 3%. Show us that you have not increased the rent for your tenants, and we will then give you a rebate of the $2,500.
But I mean, I don't want us to steer too much away, but as you mentioned, the landlord, and I know people are all up in arms about it, but if you are a landlord, you're a business person. Business people pay taxes.
I agree. Yes, I agree. But at this time, where people could barely buy food going into a grocery to put food on the table, all the landlord would do is pass it on. He's a businessman. All he will do is pass it on to the tenant. And we're saying tenants are already struggling. Those who are paying $1,500 to $2,000 could barely find the rent.
Right.
So what we intend to do is say, landlord, as long as you have not passed it on to your tenant, we are prepared to give it back to you.
But how will you, in the Tobago House of Assembly, effect that? Because that's something national. The THA doesn't have the powers to change.
We're not changing anything. We say go and pay according to national. You pay your $2,500, pay your tax, but show us also that you did not increase your landlord. And we will give this subsidy back to you. We're giving you a rebate. The THA has the powers to do that.
Okay, so you're talking about in the Tobago context.
Yes,
Tobago
in Tobago, I not deal with Trinidad.
Right. No, I just wanted it to be
our
clear.
Responsibility is Tobago. I am clear now. Right. Our responsibility is Tobago. Right? And as an IDA, THA, the responsibility is for us to look at shocks and see how do we mitigate it from destroying further the economy.
Right.
And so that is what we're going to do to ensure that we have some rent control until the economy stabilizes.
And as you go around meeting the various groups throughout the island, what might be one of the not necessarily issues, but what are you bringing to the people? What are you campaigning and pointing out that the idea is different from the others? Because you're trying to, as you present the idea, you are presenting it as a viable option, right? As an alternative. A better choice. How are you doing that? What conversations are you having and telling the people, you know, this is what we will do? Yes, you mentioned stabilizing, but these are very broad accomplishments, and we know that those cannot happen in short order. So what else are you presenting as you speak to the young persons? Everybody makes promises. So what are the promises the IDA are making to the public as you go around?
Okay, so I don't agree with you that nothing can happen in short order.
No, in terms of when you talk about stabilizing, it can't be done overnight.
You can. Yes, stabilizing doesn't mean that you take it up. Stabilizing means that it doesn't go any further down.
Okay.
Okay? First of all, we need to understand why is the economy in such a bad place. And one of the greatest reasons why the economy is in such a bad place is our education system. 68% of students, 68 out of 100 students are coming out with subjects less than 4. It means that they cannot get proper jobs. They can't get proper wages. When they don't have the wages to spend, that affects the economy totally.
So how can you change the education system in a short time?
We have to reset the education system in many ways. Number one, something as simple as your child, the children are in school. Some of the children are failing.
Right.
Okay? What do? Put them to the back of the class, you know, do nothing.
Right.
We intend to make sure we have social workers going in. Why is that child failing? Is there something going on in the home we don't know about? Is there, you know, is it that the child don't have food?
So is it that the social workers, because we do have social workers in our system, so is it that they're not doing what they're supposed to do? Because we have social workers.
Maybe they were doing what they're supposed to do. Yes? But what they're supposed to do is not meeting not meeting the child's welfare. I mean, I don't know right now if their job description is that they go into homes and they really have intervention with families and all of that. I don't know. Maybe their job description doesn't mention that.
Okay.
But we will have to review that.
Right.
Because we will have no child left behind. Okay? And so you have to go in and identify that and do what is necessary to ensure that that child has a fighting and fair chance of making it in life.
Right.
And that is what we're going to do, as basic, as simple as it is. Excuse me. We're also going to ensure the education system has to change to be relevant to students coming in. Some people learn with their hands,
right.
Some people learn with their eyes and ears, and then we have the athletes. Those are 3 entirely different tracks that we are going to be putting in terms of how children study. Now, mind you, they end up in the same place in university, yeah? But it's just that you're working to their strengths.
Right. But we have all these teachers, Dr. Angus, who are doing their education degrees, and these are areas covered. Children learn different ways, how you meet the learning needs of children. I mean, they're studying it. So is it that it's not being transferred into the classroom?
No, I would not blame the teachers. The teachers need help. They've been crying out for help, and they're not getting the help by the leaders, because the leaders cannot catch the vision. You have teachers coming out who want to do things differently,
right?
And the leaders, all they're stuck on is, well, we don't have the money. We have to invest the money somewhere. It's either we invest in the money in a crime fighting plan, or you invest in it in education as the best crime fighting plan that we could have. Okay, so it is priorities.
Right.
Where do you put the money? And some of the events that we have may look good, but right now, is that where, if you have scarce resources, is that where you're going to put the money? And if you understand the problem, if you diagnose the problem, then you have to get the prescription right. Else it's not going to work. And so that is what we're going to ensure will be happening. You know, this thing about people coming out and getting pension of $1,500 and could barely make ends meet. We have to teach our people how to save,
right,
how to invest, such that they get larger out of their money than a little 2-3% in the bank. And so Tobago will have its own pension scheme, okay? A pension scheme that is available to everyone. Any additional resources that you think you can put aside, we encourage you to invest it in a pension scheme where it will be multiplied, you know,
right,
stocks, markets, whatever. This is how we do things in an international, competitively, you know, arena.
Right.
And so once we do that, people will find that when you retire, you really have a nest egg that can take you forward, not living paycheck to paycheck on what the government has been doing.
Right.
So that begins to look down the future for what we call, you know, generational wealth.
Yes.
Making sure you put aside, because again, people are not in the frame of mind of saving as how we used to save in the past. And so you want to start getting them back into that mold.
Right.
We do have also teaching our children from young to do the savings and matching it with parents, where we're starting every child under the age of 18 with a credit union account. Why credit unions? Because credit unions are the foundation of our communities, and we want to get people back involved in the credit union movement, strengthen the credit unions, and invest there. Every year we give the $1,200 to them, and if the parent has $1,200, we will match that also. So the child could end up with $3,600 a year into those accounts. By the time the child gets to 18 years old, you're talking about over $100,000. Taking 80% of that, putting it into a housing trust, land and housing trust. So you're teaching them how to save for their housing. By the age of 28, they should be able to at least have a down payment on something for themselves. Coming out of high school, we will provide all of them with jobs, because we want to shift that mindset of you must have a work in the THA, you know, whatever. So we will partner with private sector, which will also bring some relief to the private sector,
right,
where the THA will pay for all of these young people to have jobs in the private sector for 3 years. We just ask the private sector to train them in the areas of interest, and then after they are trained for 3 years, they go off to university.
Right.
Now, some of them may want to do it in the reverse, and that's okay. You are very clear about what you want to do in university, go off to university first, and when you come back, you'll have your 3 years of training. What students have faced, they come out and people tell, you have no experience, you know. You have no experience, so I can't really take. No, we are giving you the experience, perform well, and, you know, get your additional certification in whatever. We say university, but it's wherever you can get higher learning to be
Right.
certified. We want to stress that.
Right.
You know, everybody talks about Singapore and how well Singapore has done.
Yeah.
But when you look at Singapore's model, it is based on education. 43% of Singaporeans are university graduates.
Right.
They drive taxis, they own the landscaping service, they're doing everything, but they are university graduates. And that is how Singapore has been able to move their economy and their development forward, just as if you're, you know, catapulting it. And so that is what we're looking at. The data is there to show that 4 years ago, Tobago was 4th to last in the country in education, 4th to last, you know. And today, Tobago is dead last, okay? Which means that under the 2 teachers of Zorisha Hackett and Fali Augustine Chavez Augustine, the education system has deteriorated to the point where we are dead last in the country.
And of course, you know,
that cannot take us
Dr.
anywhere.
Angus, our time is spent because we do have other guests on the other side of the break, but I always am thankful you can come and share with us and our viewers as we learn more about what the IDA represents, your philosophies, and what you do hope to accomplish as you continue to advocate for the people of Tobago. So thank you again.
I would just like to remind people that I am not a newbie to this. In fact, some people say I'm the most experienced politician on the island, as the former Secretary of Health and Social Services, as the presiding officer, and I would have distinguished myself in creating groundbreaking programs that still are in effect today in those different disciplines, and persons would have felt my impact, especially in the cultural arena. So it's not new.
Right.
People know my capacity.
Yes.
And therefore, they know they can trust me.
Right, and let me take this time on behalf of Tobago Updates to wish you and your family all the best for this season. And of course, as we get ready for the break, viewers, we'll take a sip of our Kissing Santa Claus drink.
The Elections and Boundaries Commission wishes to inform all qualified persons who are not registered or are in doubt about their registration status that the electoral registration for the upcoming Tobago House of Assembly elections has begun. There are 5 days left to get your name on the revised list of electors. The final day for electoral registration is Tuesday, 23rd of December, 2025. Check your registration status on the EBC's website at www.ebctt.com or visit your registration area office to ensure your correct name and address are on the preliminary list of electors. To vote is your right, but you must be registered. For further information, please call the EBC hotline at 785-8206 or 785-8211. A message from the Elections and Boundaries Commission, your partners in democracy.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO, and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Tobago Christmas vibes calling on Friday the 19th of December from 10 a.m. till it's Nijon's Big Parang Fiesta, happening live at Nijon's Bar on Scarborough Esplanade. And guess what? Admission is absolutely free. Come and enjoy live Parang entertainment from 6 p.m. featuring Eddie Charles.
You want your life up this Christmas? Give me the animal, my girl. You know I like my animal for Christmas.
Pebbles Parang Band, Prince Unique, and the legendary Poser, bringing that real Trini Christmas spirit. And the vibes can't done. We have the all-star DJ cast, including yours truly, MC Active Hype, DJ Wizard, DJ Mixmaster, DJ Longboy, keeping the fet pumping from morning straight to night. Friday, December 19th. Mark the date. Don't be late.
Welcome back, viewers. Thank you for staying with us this morning. You are viewing GMT. Good morning, Tobago. I'm your host, Natalie Seeley Richardson. And joining me on set is Mr. Lawrence Hislop, former senator, but he's not here to talk about politics this morning. We're going to have a fabulous time. And sitting next to him is Miss Destiny, the PRO of the Pathfinder Band, and we are going to hear about an event that's coming up. And if you've never heard about the Pathfinder Band, I mean, where have you been? So you'll also get to know more about the Pathfinder Band. Good morning, Destiny, and good morning, Lawrence.
Morning, Natalie.
and compliments of the season. It is that festive time we're in, you know, and I must recognize that though some of us may not be Christians and acknowledge Jesus as our Savior, because we are all intertwined and we mix up, and, you know, we're a group that we cross the cultural barriers most times. Once in Trinidad and Tobago, we all celebrate Christmas. It's just that festive time, whether it's the food, the parang, giving the kids gifts, for maybe more of the traditional homes where the curtain has to go up midnight, Christmas Eve, and the place still smelling of paint, you know, all those good things. But we must remember it's about the birth of Jesus Christ. So let's get right into it. Pathfinder Band. Now, Destiny, you are the PRO. So you have some work this morning to do. All right, so tell us about the Pathfinder Band, Destiny.
Well, the Tobago Pathfinder Band it has older persons, but it's more youth-based. So it's a place where you can come and we can come together and form a bond with music. For me, it's very entertaining, and I find it keeps the youth these days very proactive, as there's a lot of distraction these days for Christian youths. So, yeah.
And I like how you said that, a lot of distractions for the Christian youth, because you need an avenue, you need a safe place to hang out, you know, to share, to grow. Now, Lawrence, you are involved, of course, in this, not only now, but I know in your younger days you'd have also passed through the ranks, and now you are leading a group of young people. And they are learning music, you know. Tell us about why this for you.
I think it's one of the things that keeps me young and keeps me engaged. Because as you rightly said, from my younger days, so since as far back as I could remember, I was a member of a marching band. At that point in time, it used to be the Mason Hall Pathfinder Band.
Right.
And so that band evolved. When I went to Trinidad, I was a member of the USC Pathfinder Band as well. And we've evolved over the years, and now to this entity that is called Tobago Pathfinder Marching Band. And so it is an avenue for me to do something that I'm passionate about, which is young people, to work with young people, to encourage them to be the best version of themselves. Because a lot of the times we forget, as older folks, we forget that we were young ones, and so there's this stigma that we have against our young people, that they're indisciplined, they don't care, they don't. And this is an avenue for me to still be involved, to help train, to help build leaders for tomorrow.
Right, and I love how you say train, because while we are critical of the young people, I often ask, well, where are the adults who are charged with them, you know? They didn't just get like that on their own. Destiny, you have a very special event coming up. So tell our viewers about this event and how they can be a part of that special moment.
Okay, so the event we have coming up is the Tis the Season to Be Merry concert. It's our second annual band Christmas concert.
And that's this Sunday, right?
Yes,
that's
this
the
Sunday,
25th,
the 21st,
right?
4 p.m. This is where it will also have other artists, but of course the band will be performing.
No, say it right. The band will be starring. Say it the right way, Destiny, right? The band after. Yes, it's the band's concert. Yes.
It will be at John Dial Community Center.
And what time?
4 p.m.
4 p.m. What's the cost for tickets?
$100 per ticket. For children 12 years and under is $50.
Okay, and that's very fair. That's reasonable, because it's not just about paying to be entertained, but it's an investment into our young people. Now, Lawrence, tell us a little bit about the structure of the band, because I know you had a passing out parade recently. When people hear, you know, the Pathfinder Marching Band are passing out, is it the Army? You know, what's that about? So explain to us.
No, well, it's this intake of recruits that we had. They've been in training for quite some time.
And when you say in training, what do you mean?
Well, we want them to get to a level of music proficiency,
right?
The discipline and so on, all of those things that we look at. So we want to make sure that the instrument that they are on, that they're proficient enough on the instrument, that they could participate in parades, that they could even lead within what we call a section, because the band is divided into sections.
Okay.
And so some of the young persons are even leaders within the sections in the band. So there is a structure where I am the director from an administrative standpoint. We have music directors, we have assistant directors, you have wardens, and all of this. So there is a level, and it comes back to me speaking about training.
Right.
And so what you do is that you create an avenue for the young persons to be trained for leadership, because I am not going to be around forever.
No,
and so you want that continuation with leadership.
Right.
And so these recruits would have been in training for 2 years. This intake actually took place prior to COVID, and then we had to stop.
Right.
Because of the COVID restrictions. And so when we came back out, the decision was taken that we need to push for a passing out this year, which took place. And so we have a brand new uniform that was revealed at that passing out.
Yes, I saw.
Yeah.
You all look sharp. I saw it. You all stepped out.
Yeah, and so that was it's like a graduation. So
Yes.
even though in the paramilitary, military organizations, we call it passing out, it's a graduation. It's to say that you have accomplished something, and now you are now considered a full-fledged band member. So before that, even though you would participate in parades and events and so on, you were still considered a recruit.
Yeah.
And so now that you're passed out, you are a full-fledged band member.
Destiny, what instrument do you play?
I play the alto sax.
Right. And I don't know if you all heard her, right? She's speaking very nicely and softly. She plays the alto saxophone. How long have you been playing that instrument, Destiny?
It will be a year at this concert.
Okay, 1 year. And is it that your introduction to music came because of the Pathfinder marching band?
No, I've been playing music since in primary school. I've been playing for a while. I've been in competitions, etc.
What instrument you started playing?
My first instrument was the bells, I think.
Okay.
And then I moved to the pan.
All right. And do you think you would have selected the saxophone if not given an opportunity through the marching band? Because you don't really hear, you hear the traditional instruments, you hear about piano, pan, but to see the tuba or see trumpet, see saxophone, especially like saxophone in a marching band, I mean, that's something. Yeah, so why the saxophone?
Actually, I was inspired by a former band member.
All right.
Jonice. We all looked up to her very much. She was like the mother of the band when we came in. And seeing her on the sax, it actually inspired me to go and try out the alto sax.
Right, and there we see the power of
leadership,
and being a mentor.
Yeah, because I remember when Jonice came in back in the day, Jonice was one of the more quote-unquote troublesome trainees that I had to deal with.
Right.
And over the years, she moved on, she matured.
Right.
She became the secretary of the band, and so when they came in, she would have been a senior member at the time. And so that's what we're talking about. That's what leadership ought to do. It should encourage those under you to move forward. And
I noticed some very little ones in the passing out parade. What's the youngest band member's age or average?
I think she would be about 9 or 10 or something.
Okay, right.
Maybe it could be around that age.
Yeah, it's really inspiring to see when you have those little ones coming up and having that interest.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't ask who is the oldest band member, right? But we know
it's not me.
So we know that it's more young people, but of course the older ones are needed for guidance and to provide that kind of support. So Sunday the 21st, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all of our viewers, if you are here, probably spending the weekend here, school, is closed. We know a lot of our Trinidad brothers and sisters are here with their family. 'Tis the season to be merry concert. And again, let me bring in our PRO, remind us of the date. Well, I said it, the 21st, right? Remind us of the time, location. And just if somebody is hearing about this for the very first time, and they probably can't get tickets, can they pay at the door? Tell us about that.
Okay, so the concert is on the 21st, of course, 4 p.m. And yes, they can pay at the door.
But let me tell you, pay at the door sometimes it's be sketchy, right, viewers? It's better have your ticket in hand. Yeah. Because if all the tickets are sold out and you go all dressed up at the door, somebody may have to say, sorry, there are no more seats. We don't want to put you in that position, right? So if people need to get tickets, how can they get those tickets?
Well, they could contact me. There's also a number on the flyer, so if you could just call the number.
359.
Go ahead.
So the number you can contact for more info is 359-5742.
And of course, it's not just the Pathfinder Marching Band, although they are going to be the main feature. You have Gabrielle Williams, Ayana Benjamin Charles, you have Gabby Sandy, and of course there are other performances as well. So come out, beautiful Sunday afternoon. It's an event for the family. You know, I always advocate for family events because sometimes I think there's not much to do as a family where you'd be comfortable with your children in a particular environment. So this is definitely one that you can be sure it will be a time for the entire family. And for those of you who may not be able to go, $100. It's an investment in a young person. Instruments are very expensive. You have to maintain them, make sure they are tuned, and you know that you look out for the Pathfinder Marching Band on Independence Day.
And before you wrap, in addition to the concert on the 23rd, which is the Tuesday,
yes,
we'll be doing a give back at the hospital.
Oh, nice.
So the concert, all the music that we will be doing at the concert on Sunday, we're going to be doing it in that open space up at the hospital to give back to the residents.
Right, that is something else, because sometimes, you know, we forget that not everybody may be in the capacity to move about, and it is a time where, because it's a family holiday, the festive season, the Christmas season, or as the concert is named, 'tis the season. It is also a time people feel very lonely and they feel left out. And for you all to come up with this, to do something like this, it's very commendable. And I can share very quickly. I remember when I had my first son, he was born prematurely. So, and in Tobago, which I really appreciate, the mother can stay with the baby once the baby has not been discharged. So we spent over 30 days. Like, the hospital became my home. I was there for 30 plus days. And one of the evenings, the TTPS band came. And that was just so much. It wasn't Christmas time, but it was just in their rotation. And they came out in the area and they played. And that meant so much to me, because, I mean, I even made a joke and told people I can't make a jail because I was in the hospital for just over 30 days. And, you know, I still could have left if I wanted and come back with permission, but I didn't want to leave my baby. So I stayed there for the 30 plus days. And I don't know, people just go to jail and want to go back. You know, not that the hospital was jail. I actually became a resident there. And when I go on my bed, it's as though I went in a hotel. One of the wards made would pretty up the blanket into the shape of whatever. And I say, but they don't want me to go home. You know, really good treatment. But just that restricted movement, and to come out in the foyer area and hear the music and just, you know, see other, even staff who may not have the time to do things for themselves, just come and listen to the music, if it's just for a few minutes, and then run back to their post. So that's something to look forward to. And even members of the public, I mean, you have those who have, what time are you all going to be there?
So we're going to be there from 4 to 6.
Right, so evening time, visiting hours, you know, so you could even just stop by. And will you be collecting donations? Now, I have to ask, because I understand how these things operate. Right, so is it that I don't know if permission has to be granted or what, but and even if you can't do it, then I'm sure people who would be passing by, I want you to stop, find somebody from the band, put something in their hand. You know, Mr. Lawrence would be there. Find or get a phone number. I want to contribute. I want to support this. You know, do that. This is for our young people.
Yes, because we don't have, unlike some of the other bands, we don't have that financial assistance. So whatever we do it from a band perspective. We do our fundraisers and so on.
Right. And that's why this concert is also important. So even if you want to stay home to watch the curtains Sunday, the $100, just send it. Just send it. But we would really prefer if you could come in person and enjoy the afternoon. So thank you so much, Destiny and Lawrence, for sharing with us. 'Tis the season to be merry. You can't miss it. It's Sunday at 4 p.m. at the John Dahl Community Center. And with that, we end this show. Thank you for staying with us for the entire morning from 6:15 until now. Of course, we have news this afternoon or this evening rather, at 6:30 p.m. So we'll see you then.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning as the passion start to rise. The energy fill the sky.
You're viewing Tobago Updates Television, your exclusive gateway to Tobago, broadcasting the beauty of this island paradise to the world.